Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Today, let's see what's been on the hook. Quite a few things have been on the hook this week. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Last week I did not produce a crochet video, but I did send out a video about opening a box with diamond painting. A beautiful rendering of the garden at Argenteuil by Claude Monet. Now, a beautiful, beautiful diamond painting. And I am working into a project with two other YouTubers. They don't know me or anything. I'm just joining in with their project of Summer with the Masters. And I've explained this to you before, but I was looking for a painting that had been released before 1926, which of course Monet was in the mid-1800s, so I was good there. And I ordered it, and it was really, really big. And then I ordered The Girl with the Pearl Earring by Vermeer, and he's from the Netherlands. It's a beautiful, beautiful painting of a young girl, just a young girl on a dark background. Really pretty. It's a classic, and I ordered that, and it has still not come yet. So I do have the garden at Argenteuil, and I'm thinking about just going ahead and starting that project. That is one that I want to hang over my fireplace, and I talked about that the other day as well. So if you missed that video, you might want to check it out. It's a beautiful painting, and if you're into diamond painting at all, it's a very nice subject. It's beautiful flowers, and I think there's a little girl in the picture, a nice house in the background, not a mansion. It's just a little plain white house, and this is where Monet was living for a while, and he painted a lot of pictures of his garden, and they are so gorgeous. The colors are beautiful, and I might just start that project even this afternoon. I might get it kitted up, as they say in the diamond painting world, and I might take a video of it, and I might just show you what I've done. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but anyway, enough about diamond painting. That was released last week, and you might want to check that out. Now, thank you so much for everyone subscribing. I'm almost to 11,000 people on my subscription list, and I just am so thrilled about that. I thank you for sharing my videos as well, because I know a lot of you do that. You have crochet friends, and you share those with people on your Facebook page and everywhere else. I see them everywhere. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for liking this video. If you like it so far, click that like button, and that tells YouTube you were enjoying my video, and maybe they'll send it to more people, which would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. And all of you who support my Etsy shop, I appreciate you as well. A lot of you have bought or some people have bought all my patterns, if you can believe that. I have a couple of ladies who have done that, and thank you so much for that support. I know it's hard to make 60 sweaters, but you know, then you have a choice of which one you want to make if you want to get started on one. So I think that's a wonderful thing as well. So thank you for your Etsy support. Now, what I'm wearing today, I am wearing the plain Jane tee, and I finished this over the week, and I was traveling a little bit, so I was in the car quite a bit, and I had a lot of hours to spend on it, which is so much fun for crocheters. If your hand doesn't hurt, you're good to go. So I spent a lot of time on several sweaters, and this is one of them. I wanted to go ahead and finish it. It's the plain Jane tee, and I released this last week. It's out on my Etsy shop. Some of you may already have it, but this is the plain Jane tee, and I've enjoyed making it 3 different ways. So what I plan to do is I'm going to show you the 3 ways I've made this, and the edgings are different on each one. And what I plan to do is write down how I did the edgings on the 3 different plain Jane tees, and I will just send those out as a PDF to the community. So if you're not in the community, be sure and sign up. Those of you who were signed up by last Monday, you know what you received. I was so thankful. Y'all sent me so many thank you emails, and I tried to answer them all. I may have missed some because I was traveling, but that was my gift to you, and I was so glad to be able to do it. It's not a complicated pattern, but it does show you how to size yourself. You can use that on any of my patterns or on other patterns as well. If you are making a pattern by somebody and you're not sure what size you are, be sure to use your measuring tape and don't start a sweater that's going to be too small to begin with. Always make sure that measurement around your hips is going to be enough for the size that you've selected on someone else's pattern. On my patterns, you just use the measurements. There are no sizing numbers, there are no stitch counts. And I've designed them that way, and that way I can send them out and everybody can make one to fit themselves. And that's the focus of my Etsy shop, is to not size my patterns, but to allow you to size the pattern so that the sweater or the top will fit you. So that's the focus of my Etsy shop. Now back to my plain Jane sweater. I'll show you the edging that I crocheted on this one. This is an open weave or an open edge sweater. Now I finished the sweater right here, and then I did a base row, and then I did a row of window and another base row, and it turned out really nice. It's just very subtle for an edging, just like the edging on this pink one that I showed you last week. It's a scalloped edging, and that's the edging that's in the pattern. But when I send this out, you can use any edging you want, and I'll send out 2 more edgings that you can use on your plain Jane tees, so they won't all be the same. They won't all have the scallop edge. They might have a window edge on them. You can also vary the neckline as well, and I'll show you how I did that on another one. This is a short tee. This is a boxy tee, and I'd say I have about 3 inches on each side of the front and on each side of the back. So that's a 12-inch ease, and I mean, I'm pulling it out a little bit, so it's maybe more like 10 inches, but there's plenty of ease in this sweater to wear it with anything. You can wear it with a skirt. A denim skirt would be really cute with this, or a black dressy skirt you could wear to church or to a dress-up occasion. There are a lot of ways that you can wear this sweater, and I didn't fit it to the body because for most people, they don't want something tight, especially in the summertime when you are trying to stay cool. So I made this from a cotton acrylic, and I'll show you that in just a second. I'll turn around and let you see the back. The back is just about maybe 4 inches below my waist, or the front is too, about 4 inches below the waist, so that when you lift up your arms, it doesn't come up above your waistband. This is what it looks like with my arms outstretched. It is a boxy sweater. I did not add any rows to the sleeves except for the 3 rows for the edging. So that's all I added. I didn't add any other rows, but you can certainly do that. You can add rows, maybe 4 or 5 rows, and then put your edging on, and you'd have a sweater that would come right down to the inner elbow. So you can do this all different ways, but I will show you how to do the edgings in my PDF that I'm going to send out. It'll probably be the end of the week or next week because I have to write it, make sure it's accurate. But this is the plain Jane I made from the Monet yarn, not connected with my diamond painting, but it's called the same thing. It's Monet and made by Stylecraft. Now, disclaimer, I went out to their website, Stylecraft's website, and they had only this yarn left in the Monet. They had the pink, and it's called Poppy Fields, and this is the only color they had. Looked like they had plenty of stock. Now, they either didn't sell the other or they just discontinued it. I don't know what they did. I think they'll probably be discontinuing this line. I don't know why they do that, but sometimes companies will just quit making something and start something else. And it's hard to keep up with it, honestly. If you're not making something very current, then you might have trouble getting more. I bought 4 skeins of this. Each skein has 200 yards on the skein, and this is what I had left. So I'd say maybe a half of this skein or less. And so it took me about 700 yards of size 4 Monet to make this. Now, acrylic and cotton half and half, 50-50. So it's a cotton and acrylic. Very comfortable. It's not the softest yarn, but it is very smooth. Now, there is a difference there. You don't want scratchy. This is very smooth as you get it crocheted, but it's not soft, like squishy soft, but it is smooth, and I like it. I've had it on all day. I really enjoyed wearing this. Now, I will tell you one thing I did with the sleeve. I did not open this as much as I did the pink one, this one right here. I made this one with a 7.5 opening from the shoulder to the armhole. And on this one, it's more like a 7-inch opening. So that closed it up, and now it doesn't gap quite as much here. So you can make the opening smaller before you start the edging, and that will keep your sleeve from flaring out, or you can decrease however you want to do it and make a larger hole, decrease when you start your edging and bring in that sleeve. You can do it either way. So that is what I made plain Jane out of the second time. The third plain Jane is my striped plain Jane, and I made this from cream cotton from Michaels. This is the finished product. I still have to tie in the ends. As you know, that's the last thing you want to do and the last thing you have to do. And then I haven't finished the bottom, but I wanted to show you this trim that I've got on this one. This is, oh, I wish I could show that better. There we go. And disregard all those ends hanging down, but this is what it looks like at the bottom. Now, I haven't finished it because, let me show you on the sleeve. This one I have finished, and this is like a puff edge. That's the neck. Here's the sleeve right here. Let's see. There we go. I've got this folded over so I can show it to you a little easier. There we go. Now, this edge has a base row of one of the colors in the stripes. The stripes are going sideways, as you see. And I did the base row out of the stone and clay color, which is this kind of a light beige color. And then I made the next row out of the gray, and then the following row, the edging row, out of the base again. So that kind of ties it together. As you can see, the base and the last row are the same color, and then the middle row is the contrasting color. And these are puff stitches, not hard to do, but they're sideways, and they do have an opening in between them, so they're nice and cool. And then I finished this off with a crab stitch. Now, I can use a crab stitch on the sleeve, but I couldn't use it around the neck, and I'll show you why. This is a learning experience for me, and I just wanted to show you what I've learned. And this is the edging around the neck. Again, there are a lot of ends hanging out, but that's how I did the edging. Now, if you'll notice, this is not a crab stitch up here. This is not a crab stitch. This is just a single crochet row. And I'll tell you why I did that. I did the puff row all the way around the neck. I actually did 3 rows of single crochet, and I decreased on one of those rows at the corners, at the shoulders, at the center back and center front. That's where I decreased on 1 row. And I should have decreased on 2 or 3 rows, because the neck, after I crocheted the puff stitch edging on there, it was gaping. And it was gaping right in the front, right around here. So what I did was, instead of using a crab stitch row of crochet at the very edge, which I tried and it didn't work, I couldn't decrease on that, I did a single crochet row, and I decreased all around here, maybe about every 5th stitch. I did a single crochet 2 together stitch on the next 2 stitches, over the next 2 stitches, so I decreased quite a few times. I finally created a neck that I could live with, and that's how it turned out. It turned out just fine, but I could not use the crab stitch around the edge. I had to decrease on that last row to pull it together to keep it from gapping right here. Now, I could have eliminated that by, on the first 3 rows of single crochet right here, I could have decreased on those 2 rows, the first 2 rows, I guess, and all in the different places. It would have pulled the neck in better, so that when I put the puff stitch on there, it wouldn't flop over. So I had to tighten it up with that last row of single crochet around the neck. So this is what it looks like. I have not finished the bottom yet. I'm still putting the puff stitch around the bottom. This is the back, of course, hanging down there. This is not the front, but it's the back. I like this though. I really do. And that's the way the sleeve looks. I love the way it turned out. I'm excited about this one. That's why I want you to be able to make one. So I'm going to send that edging out, the directions for that, as well with the other ones. So those will be coming out to you in the next week or so. So if you have the plain Jane tee, then you will have the edging. And I'll probably add the edging to the paid pattern that's on my Etsy shop, and people can find it there if they don't have it from last Monday. So that's what I've done with my plain Jane tee. Really like it, enjoying wearing it. You should make one. It's very easy to do, and use a busy yarn to make this so that it doesn't look plain. I did a stripe. I did the pink, the original pink that was pooled colors, and then I did this, which is a variegated pink, gray, and white together. Again, let me show this to you as it is made up. It's very beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. I've enjoyed wearing this, and it doesn't need to be blocked or anything. I didn't block it. I'm not doing that. It doesn't need to be blocked. But if you make it out of a cotton linen or something like that, you might want to block it and see how it turns out. But the acrylic keeps this in place. So I really like this yarn. I hope that they continue to stock it, but I can't guarantee that. So that's enough about plain Jane tee. Now, as you know, I've had this ongoing project with the crochet calendar that I talked about many times on my show, and I wanted to show you what I did on my week traveling, I guess you could say. This is what's offered for May. This pattern is an Afghan pattern, but it's made from motifs, and since I'm concentrating on motifs quite a bit this year, and I've enjoyed making motifs, and I will show you also I'll have an update on my Persian tiles throw, which is made from motifs. The whole thing is motifs. But on this, I took this with me on my little excursion, and I took some 24/7 cotton, that's upside down, but 24/7 cotton by Lion Brand, and I used the colors of mint and lemon. Mint and lemon. I used an H hook, by the way. There it is sticking out of there. And rose. I used that color, and I wish I'd selected a softer pink. I didn't take it with me, so I just went ahead and used this one, but I would have preferred to have a little bit of a softer pink for this particular motif, and then I used white as well. So those are the 4 colors that I used for this particular motif in the calendar. These are the directions. This is the popcorn garden blanket. It is pretty. I have to say, the instructions were very easy. There were no mistakes. I made it right by the pattern, and I used the colors that they used there as well. Now, I made a mistake, and this one has yellow, then pink, then mint. If you can see that. Yellow, then pink, then mint. And I did yellow, mint, and pink. I wasn't even thinking. I just grabbed the yarn. I wasn't thinking, and this is how mine turned out. And it's pretty enough. I like it. I like it because the center, it just kind of stands out on that pink. So I do like this way as well as this way. And this is how she made it, or the girl that designed this pattern, she made it like that. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There it is. You can't see it all that well, but this is my motif for May. I'm calling it Motif for May, and it's just a beautiful motif, and I'm just going to keep it. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to make an Afghan from it because I don't have enough yarn to make an Afghan. I could make a pillow, I suppose, but I have a lot of other irons in the fire, so I probably won't be doing that. But I wanted to show you this. This is what the pattern turned out to be. It's a very beautiful pattern. It's not just a plain granny square. These are all raised up, as you can see. Let me show you that. These are all raised up, and they're popcorn stitches, and made a way I've never made a popcorn stitch. So it was an experience. It was enjoyable to read the instructions, and it turned out very, very well. This is from the 2021 calendar. It's a good day to crochet. Now, many of you have been asking about the Persian tiles throw. I've had lots of people ask me about that, and I totally get it. I made such a big deal out of this, and I proceeded to make all of the motifs. I've started them. I've done maybe 8 rounds, And I stopped because I started to work on my summer sweaters. I wanted to get those out to y'all so you could use the patterns and make those. This is a throw, and this will be used, well, I think my husband wants to hang it up, so I'm not even going to be able to use it. But this is the way it looks so far, and I've shown this to you. I'm just now starting to attach these little fans together. They're attached together on the next round. So that's where I am right now. I haven't worked any more on this, so I wanted to let you know that I do know that I'm working on it. I've not put it away. I've not given it away. I've not decided I wasn't going to finish it. I am going to finish it. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. And here's another suggestion. Some of y'all said that the kit was very, very expensive, and it is. It's, you know, it can run around $80 or something like that with shipping and everything. And if you don't want to do that, you can certainly order the pattern. The pattern is offered on the Janie Crow website, and it's, let's see, she sells it on her Facebook page. But I bought this on janiecrow.com, JANIECROW, just like it sounds, .com. And you go to patterns and you'll see this particular blanket. Here's a big picture of it. Isn't that beautiful? I just really love that. And this is the schematic, so you can see how it's laid out. Now, on the inside, a shopping list of yarn that you can buy. She used DK Sport Weight Premier Everyday DK, and that's all you need to know. But there are 9 or 10 colors here that you can buy, and you only need a ball or 2 of each one, and you're all set. So you would have the pattern that you paid for. I think it was $6 or $7 on her website. Well worth the money, because she gives you all the information you would ever need to make this beautiful blanket, and the same instructions are in the kit. So you can make your own kit. You can choose your own colors. If you like red, you could certainly use red around the center, or pick one of these other areas that you could use red in, or maybe a darker blue. There are lots of ways that you can adjust this to fit your decor, and if you're going to use it on your couch or something, you can actually customize it to fit your decor. So it's a beautiful pattern. It is not difficult to do, but it's very interesting to look at. So I ordered this first just to get a feel for what it was like to make one of these motifs. But when the kit came, I used the kit instructions, the same as these. And I have kept this with my project because I like to look at it. It's so beautiful. But yes, I am working on it. And I'm going to pick this back up in the late summer, because that's when I'll be thinking about something warm and, you know, something fun to finish, and I will be working on it then. So I wanted to get these summer items out of the way first, and then I will start working on that again. So that's the status on my Persian tiles throw. Now, another project I have in the works is a cardigan, and this is my summer cardigan, not the same as the Summer Cottage Cardi, which was released I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe. So I'm making one with a longer sleeve. It's completely different construction than that, and I wanted to offer this as well because this is a little bit different. It is more constructed than the other one. The other one, the Summer Cottage Cardi, is very, very easy to make, and it's made all in one piece basically, and then you sew it up and you're done. I mean, and I think a little edging on there, but this is a little bit more sophisticated style, and this will fit you a little bit differently. So I give you the ways to make sure your measurements are correct on this as well. Now, this is the back. I'm making the back 2 sides, and I might make the sleeves onto the sides. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it, but this is the back so far, and I'm making this from Flex yarn. And let me show you the yarn because I am in love with this yarn. I think it is wonderful. This is called Flex. This is from Michael's Loops and Threads right there, and it's a huge ball of yarn. I bought this for maybe $5.99. It's crazy. It's 590 yards, and there's nothing natural in it. It's all acrylic and polyester. 79 acrylic, 21 polyester, and it's very, very soft though. And it crochets up really nice because it's not a fat thread. It is just a fat yarn. It's just about a 4. It's very light though. It's a lightweight yarn, and 590 yards is, it's not even that heavy. So you're going to find that when you make something from this, it's going to be lightweight. I have found that. This back of the cardigan doesn't weigh much at all. It's very, very lightweight, and that's why I like this particular yarn. Now you can make this out of any yarn you want. Obviously, all my patterns are like that. You make them to your measurements, so you can make them from any yarn that you want. But I like the flex yarn. I liked it so much that I tried to get some more, and I did get 2 more balls, and those will be in a giveaway with the pattern for the cardigan. So when I release the cardigan, then after that I will have a giveaway, and I'll give away 2 balls of flex yarn, which would be plenty to make this cardigan. Now, right now I have this much left from my first ball, and I've started the 3rd piece of my cardigan. So it goes a long, long way. Now the front, I'll show you this. This was a major frogging incident this week. I frogged this out twice, and I mean a big pile of yarn, and I just lay it on itself if I'm going to continue to crochet. Now I didn't roll it up in a ball or anything. I just laid it out on the little sofa where I was sitting, and it took me 2 or 3 tries to get this the way I wanted it to be. But this is the front of the cardigan, and I'll stand up and show you this. This is going to be heavily decreased up here to the neckline, and I just wanted it to be a cool cardigan, but I also wanted to come and meet, the sides to meet in the front, but it won't have a button or a snap or anything. You could certainly put that on there, but that's not how I'm designing it. I'm designing it to a free fall in the front, and just to be a very casual cardigan. And this is the length I'm making it. I might put a rib at the bottom. I'm not sure what I'm going to put around the bottom. Maybe nothing, maybe just an edging or something. But this is what the neckline looks like, and you can see all the decreases in there. That is what threw me. I wasn't decreasing aggressively enough, and it was going up here onto my neck. So I thought, no, we're gonna bring it over a little bit. So I will show you how to do that in the pattern. Again, it's not difficult. My patterns are not difficult at all to make. So I've started on the other front, and I'm still working on the original flex ball. So I haven't even broken into this one yet. This is called light gray, color number 12. This is light gray in the flex yarn. Get that over there so you can see it. Again, this is flex yarn. Now, I tried to get this at my Chattanooga store, and they were out. That's where I originally bought this. So I went back to get some more, and they were out. And in the destination city where I was going, they had a Michael's, and they actually had it in stock. So I had them hold it for me, and when I got there, I bought it. And I also bought another color, and this is ivory, the flex ivory. Oh, it is so soft, and it's a warm color compared to this one. This is the gray, and that's the cool color. This is the warm color, that's ivory. So you can see there is quite a difference there, but one is warm and one is cool. I don't know if you can see that, but that's this is a beautiful, beautiful yarn, and I am making something out of this. It won't be a cardigan though. It's going to be something else. Well, it may be a cardigan, but it won't be this style. I just had to have the ivory. I saw that online, and I didn't want the pink or the yellow or the green or the blue. They had everything in stock where I was going, but I found the ivory, bought 2 balls of that, so I'm good to go. I can make anything I want to out of it, and it may not even be a cardigan. It might be something else. So that is my status on the new summer cardigan. A week ago last Monday, I introduced the Crochet Surprise, which is this box right here, Crochet Surprise, and that is a beautiful fedora hat right here. I had a lot of people that said, I'd love to have that, and you know, I think that it's so classy. I just love it. And you know why it's so classy, besides just the pattern being so cool, is that it's made from Rewind, which is a Lion brand yarn. It's a tape yarn. And look at that color. Oh, the color is mahogany rose. I'm shaking. I don't mean to be. That is so beautiful, isn't it? Look at that beautiful color. And they've made it into this hat, and even they showed the hat in the same color. So I really like that. I think this is a great choice for the Crochet Surprise owners. They've done such a nice job this year or last year, and whenever they started. I've been a member of Crochet Surprise for a long, long time, and now they send me a box so that I can give it away. And I'm more than happy to do that. So this is the day we're going to give this away to a lucky giveaway winner. So the black wolf is the tea of choice in this box. It is a loose tea. I'm sure that it's very delicious. I love jasmine pearl tea. I have a drawer full of it, and every now and then I'll go and make myself a cup of tea. I really like it, and so they always include jasmine pearl tea in their box. Very classy. And again, this has 2 skeins of rewind yarn, which is probably more than you need for that hat. They also include the wire that goes in the brim of the hat, so you don't have to go and find wire to put in your hat to make it stand out. It's so, what a cool idea. I love this idea. So that will be given to our giveaway winner here in 1 second. So let's turn the camera to the computer. Let's find out who wins the Crochet Surprise box for this month. Here we are at the computer. Here is the URL from last week's video, or the week ago Monday. So here is the keyword, and that is hat. That was the word that I asked y'all to put in there. So let's find out how many comments we had with that particular word in it, and that would be 364. So thank you for participating. Let's scroll down and find out who wins the Crochet Surprise box that I just showed you. And that would be Kara Overman. Kara Overman, you have won the Crochet Surprise box. And there is the word hat in her comment. So Kara, you've won the Crochet Surprise. Congratulations. Well, Kara, congratulations on your Crochet Surprise gift. That's so awesome. I love Crochet Surprise. And if you want some information about signing up for a monthly subscription, they are offering a discount for people who watch my video. So be sure to look down in the description box, and there are some directions there to get your discount. Now, last week, or the week before last, I did a video about paint by number, and love paint by number. Again, this new generation of paint by number kits are very sophisticated, very beautiful, lots of colors, and they're for adults. They're not really for children. Now, I did some when I was a little girl. I did a horse and a dog and all, and they were on a mat, and you know, you just hung them up on the wall and then you threw them away eventually. I'm sure mine was thrown away. It wasn't very pretty or very sophisticated, but now things are different. I have been given this wonderful kit by Susingo, and you can get this on Amazon. There's a link down in the description box that you can find this particular painting, and this is the one I'm giving away, and it's called Night City. But this is a beautiful paint by number, and there are a lot of fluorescent colors in here. I looked at the colors and they're beautiful. The colors are just gorgeous. So I'm giving this away to a lucky giveaway winner right now. So I will go to my computer and let's see who wins the paint by number kit that I'm giving away. Here we are at the computer. This is the URL from the video that I talked about paint by number, where I unboxed this kit and another kit as well. The keyword was city, C-I-T-Y. So let's find out how many people signed up for this. It may not be as many, but you just never know. So there were 161 people that signed up for this particular paint by number kit. So let's go over here and find out who wins the paint by number kit from Susingo. And they are the sponsor of this giveaway, by the way. Kim Poe. Kim Poe, you have won the paint by number kit. And I live in a major city, so there's the word in her comment. Kim Poe, congratulations, you have won the paint by number kit. I still have the Crafties kit here, and the winner was Barbara Exume, E-X-U-M-E. Barbara, I have not heard from you. I have sent her a notice or two, and I'm still not hearing from Barbara. So, Barbara, if you're out there, be sure to send me a email on my email address that's down in the description box, and I will get this in the mail to you. You may be on vacation or something, but be sure to let me know that you received the notice that you won, and that you're going to send me your address so I can get this out to you. So again, this is the Crafties beautiful diamond painting by Sybil Art, and this is the Floral Fantasy. Again, the name of the company is Craft Ease, and they were generous enough to give me this to give away. So Barbara, be sure to get in touch with me. If Barbara has disappeared for some reason, we will give this to someone else. If she doesn't get in touch with me in the next week or so, I'm going to have another drawing for this. So that's where that stands. Right now it's still over here in my stash. So next week I'm giving away 2 cakes of Cotton Candy Blend by Lion Brand, and that is what it looks like. It's a pretty yarn, but I know that I'm not going to make it this year, and I'm going to go ahead and give it away. It's a size 3 yarn, and the colorway on this is the color Cocoa. Again, when I bought this, I said, you know what, I'm not sure I like brown, and it's not my favorite color, but it's a pretty cocoa color. And the bling in here, there's a lot of bling. It's done in kind of a loud pink, and it's really kind of pretty. I made up a few rows of it and showed these on my channel a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to show you how it looks when it's made up. It's really pretty. There's not a thing wrong with it. I just don't think I'm going to have time to work on this year. I'd rather just give this away to someone who can actually use it. So again, this is the Cotton Candy Blend. The color is Cocoa. It is a size 3, and there are 271 yards on the cake, and there are 2 cakes. So I have 2 of these to give away. So be sure to put a comment down in the comment section and use the word candy, C-A-N-D-Y, which is the name of this yarn, Cotton Candy Blend. And there it is. It's not focusing up close anymore. I don't know what's going on with my camera. So anyway, Cotton Candy Blend by Lion Brand. Be sure to put a comment down there if you want to win it. It's something you can use this summer to make a summer top with. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.